Franklins and a shoulder full of. Don't know it like myself. I say self-made, meaning I design myself. Fade, you can pull my foul yourself. Myself, yeah. Right, I like the life I built. I'm from West Side 60, I might got. Standing so tall, they think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Will. 96 Impala on wheels. Up against the wall, at Fox Hills. Like a boss asked me how I feel. Successful street, touching them first meals. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, I got everything I said I was gonna get on my kid. In addition to that fact, I went legit. I'm the now according to the way that I'm positioned in this biz, it look like I'm just gonna keep on getting rich. Know them West Side. For rap, this, fuss, all this rap money, look, I need too much. Money, loyalty, and love, in the dream we trust. You'll be switching up the players on your team too much. Tiny Copy, that's my low, Young Supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world getting cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustle seem to rush? Las Vegas, yeah, you. After all that looking tough, all he seen was 50 Cent and Mayweather with us. True story. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look.
And let's point forwards and big guard in demand. Yeah, you're right. Thank you. And a couple of injuries among their reserves. I expect their starters guys will be ready to do whatever's needed.
And for Frank Kaminsky, 2 players injured, one of their stars out, something they'll have to dig deep to overcome.
So the New York starting 5. Chris Paul is out there with Tracy McGrady. Then it's Elijah Wan. Then it's Bird. And it's KD in at the 4 slot. And for the Suns, we've got Antetokounmpo. Jason Kidd is out there with Harden. Then it's Barkley. And it's Gilmore in at the center position. Now here's Kidd following the miss by Hakeem. Here's Barkley. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Passes it to Kidd. 5 to shoot. Here's the 3. The offensive rebound. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Giannis passes to Harden. Barkley outside. Pass to Giannis. No good. Some solid defense there from KD. Bird outside. There's 1:38 left here in the first quarter. A shot by Paul, no good.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the last few seasons with Giannis is incredible. I mean, he just keeps adding to an already superstar-level game.
Now, here is McGrady. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Barkley's shot is off.
And, you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Hit up top. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Harden against Paul. Shot on the way. Harden can't hit.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. New York shooting their first free throw of the game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
The Suns with a completely new group on the floor. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Pass to Bird. It's deflected, but they get it back. Just 4 to shoot. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Weber looking around. Deep. No good on the last second attempt there. Here's the buzzer, and not much scoring at all through the first quarter of play. The Suns on top, leading by just 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you could see the results.
Doris, you've said this often. It is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
Caron Butler is out there with Weber. Then it's Allen. Then it's Reed. And it's Payton in at the 1. So that's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. And it's the Suns with the ball. The Knicks making the shot. Reed kicks to Payton. Butler passes to Weber. Over Paul. And Weber with the basket on the assist by Butler.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Paul. Plays it up and banks it in. Paul's got the lead back up to 1 now for the Knicks.
Well, that's where you see the IQ of Klay Thompson, a step ahead of everyone else. A beautiful delivery.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good from Weber.
And how unique is Weber? A smooth shooting big man with some sick handles.
A different look for New York. Olajuwon's checked in for Sabonis. Lambeer checks in for Johnson. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Paul.
And what I don't understand about the Suns, they had Aiden last year, and Doris somehow go from middle of the pack to last in the league in rebounding.
And I think that's why we talk about the value of rebounding as a team, right? I think gone are the days when you can have just 1 or 2 guys working the glass. In the Suns' case, obviously, that really decreased their number of possessions.
And you can see kids' ability to pass truly is a gift. When one of his teammates is open, he is quick to get them the ball in rhythm.
Now, here is Lambeer. McGrady outside. Three-pointer. And again, New York with the triple.
And how about getting a hand up on McGrady, especially when he's looking to shoot from the outside?
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
The Suns making a switch here. Barkley's checked in. Larry Bird's checked in for New York. The Knicks leading by 4. The pass to Olajuwon. Olajuwon drawn the double team. Thompson for the triple. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Harden against Thompson. Outside, Antetokounmpo. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Bird. Pass to McGrady. It's tipped, and that concludes the first half. New York ahead as they end the second quarter with a 13-5 run. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. They gathered some serious momentum in the second quarter, and as well as they played, it's a little bit of a surprise that their lead isn't more than 7 points here at the half. Hey, big fella, what's your take on New York so far?
Well, it's their defense that's driven them in this game so far. They were high energy, high intensity, and it was that determination on D that's allowed them to jump out to this lead. Every stop they've made just seemed to pump them up.
Kenny, your take on Phoenix.
They need to make major adjustments on the offense. Whatever their game plan was going into this game, scrap it. It's not been effective. The shots they were taking were not good shots. They need to find a way to spring guys open where they could shoot a better percentage.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side.
My brother.
We've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Suns trail by 7.
And now, in his second year of coaching the Knicks, David Fizdale putting more of a stamp on this team, changing the mindset of the franchise.
Well, the New York Knicks hired David Fizdale to steer the ship with a group of young players. And I want you to think back to where he earned his stripes. That was with the LeBron James and Dwayne Wade championship Miami teams. So he knows culture and he knows winning.
And New York, looking at who they've got. They've got Tracy McGrady. Olajuwon is out there with Durant. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Bird in at the 3 spot. Doris, there are these players whose wingspans exceed their height by 6 inches or more. They're called +6s, kind of a new term. Talk about that with the scouts look into those numbers.
Well, one of the things you like to have in a defensive player is length and versatility along with that length. So guys who maybe their size lists them at one thing, but that length enables them to guard a little bit differently. Guys like Kawhi Leonard, Draymond Green, Montrezl Harrell, all of those guys might be listed a certain size, Kevin, but boy, their length is problematic and makes them such exceptional defensive players.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Catching up on the changes for New York. Sabonis, he's checked in for Olajuwon, and it's Johnson in for Bird. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Paul outside. And Butler sends it back. There's the dish to Barkley. And it's sent back by KD.
Now, Kevin Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team. Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Well, the Knicks knew that offense would be an area for improvement coming into the season.
Well, Greg, they were dead last in offense in several metrics last year, most notably field goal percentage. So some of it is personnel, some of it is shot selection.
Reed, and he converts the layup.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Paul kicks to Johnson. 51 seconds left to play in the third. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Stolen by Durant. Inside. And Paul with the basket on the assist by KD. Paul's got his second basket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Allen dishes to Barkley. And it's blocked. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Paul outside for the 3. Tips it, but no good. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Knicks lead by 3. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Barkley is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Jason Kidd. Then it's Harden. And it's Gilmore in at the 5, down low. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the New York Knicks. They lead by 1. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns. And New York making a change here. Lambier's checked in. Here's Kidd. Pass to Barkley. Six to shoot. Back to Kidd. Off the left rim and out. New York's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Paul outside. Pass to Olajuwon. Shoots over Barkley. Olajuwon's shot is good. And the Knicks lead by 3.
And you got to love how Paul sees the whole court so well. Maybe the best quality for a point guard to have.
Here's Harden. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Shoots it up. A shot by Paul, no good. Suns have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Throws it up high, and Berkeley throws it down hard.
You just appreciate how unselfish Kid is. Outstanding at sharing the ball and playing for his teammates.
New York calls timeout. They're up by 1. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Coach Fizdale was going over with his team. He told them, hey, guys, this is a close game, but if we execute right here, I like our chances. There's no need for hero ball. Trust one another. Make the simple play. Kevin, back to you.
Here's Durant. And too long on the shot.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again.
Payton outside. Here's Harden on the wing. McGrady covering. Harden's shot is off. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Harden, and they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And the Suns call time here. They're ahead by 1. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 21 seconds left in the game. And they go to the intentional foul. It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
And Harden finished second in MVP voting in 2017, won the MVP in 2018. A multi-talented combo guard who just seems to get better every season.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a three-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 3. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Here's Bird trying to find Durant. He's got it now. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Phoenix calls timeout. They lead by 1. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And it's the Suns with the ball. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
Greg, this is all about execution. Can you free an open man from the three-point line? That's what it comes down to.
And Paul has a beautiful stroke from deep. A gifted shooter who drains perimeter shots with consistency.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll return shortly. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. And it's the Suns to start out. And no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. Courtesy of Gatorade. all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. And New York looking at who they've got. We've got Durant. Tracy McGrady is out there with Chris Paul. And it's Bird. And it's Elijah Wan in at the pivot spot manning the middle.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Jason Kidd's checked in for Allen. Ball against Kidd. Here's Harden on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Elijah Wan with the block.
Without a doubt, one of the most versatile shot blockers in the game. Elijah Wan does it in the painted area as well as along the perimeter.
Barkley with it. Now McGrady defending, and he comes up with the deuce. Harden's got the lead up to 4 now for the Suns.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
To the middle, here's Bird, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, and every generation or so, a player comes along who can be considered a true superstar. Folks, that's Larry Bird.
Thompson, he's checked in for Tracy McGrady. And so he makes both from the line.
And you just knew he wasn't going to miss that one, not with so much riding on.
Kidd against Paul. Teardrop shot. Not going to go that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And his defense, so valuable. Not many can bobble that shot at the rim.
Boy, you see the effort. You see the range. This guy prides himself in his ability to shut you down.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
Has anybody ever personified excellence in all areas of play the way that Larry Bird does? But more importantly, he's got that clutch gene.
And the Suns call time. The score knotted at 31. 19 seconds left in overtime. Now here's Harden. Outside Kidd. Lets the 3 fly. Buries the triple.
And Harden is more than just a scorer. He's also got some sensational handles and passing instincts. Loves connecting with his teammates.
And so the timeout by David Fizdale here. Guys, what's your take?
And they need a miracle, guys. They don't have enough time for the catch-and-shoot 3, so the only hope is for an alley-oop and an and-one to finish out.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't
teams tonight dealing with some injury. Here's a look at who's out for the evening.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Damian Lillard out there with Kobe. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's McHale. And it's English in at the small forward position. And for Chicago, Robinson is out there with Baylor. Then there's Gervin. Then there's Bull. And it's Archibald in at the point guard position. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
And how about O'Neal zipping passes over to his guys, using that height to find open teammates?
Well, not an easy time on offense for the Bulls last year. They struggled mightily on the offensive end. Third worst in the league in effective field goal percentage.
Here's Archibald, 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Good on the 13-footer.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Because he's someone that you lean on at the offensive end. Establish him early.
Pass to Kobe. 1:51 left in the first quarter. Good work defensively by Gervin. And with the Bulls an effective field goal percentage, it's due to their lack of outside shooting.
Yeah, this team can shoot decently from outside. They just choose not to. Last in the league in threes, just a placed-out decision the organization is going with.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jim Boylan.
Well, Kevin, he wants his guys to try and match the speed that they're going to face. He said, we have some great athletes on our team, too. We need to play an athletic game tonight to keep pace. Guys, this should be a fun one to watch.
Okay, David, much appreciated. To the inside, stolen by O'Neal. And a fast break now for the Celtics. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
It's his first trip to the line. He's perfect from the line this time. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Robinson against Frazier. It's stolen by Frazier. 44 seconds left to play here in the first. Bucket is good.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
It's Gervin on the wing, Moncrief defending, and it's good for 2.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now here's Frazier.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Passes it to Robinson. Misses the layup.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Celtics lead by 3. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Cooper is out there with Robinson. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Baylor. And it's Mirazon in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Out of talent in the 2018 draft, Smitty. Who do you think has the highest ceiling of that group?
Kevin, I love that question because it's not who's the best player who has the best talent. It's the ceiling. I think Jaren Jackson Jr., Marvin Bagley, those guys have so much room to grow. The Doncic and the Trae Young, those guys are fantastic. They have room to grow, but I think those two have a lot of room to grow, and they're already good.
Now, here is Irving. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass.
One criticism of Jim Boylen before getting extended was his offense, called too slow and too methodical. He addressed that this offseason by getting a top assistant to redesign the offense.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Bowl, he's checked in for Robinson, and it's Bogues in for Robinson. And Steve, for Boylen, a first-time head coach, a smart move to shore up his staff, though.
We see a lot of coaches now hire a specialist assistant coach to delegate part of that game to. Lets guys like Boylen focus on player development and defense.
And here are the Bulls now, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Back to Baylor. Shot clock at 6. Muresan gets the bucket. Muresan's got 4 points this quarter.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Pass to Lillard. The tray. It doesn't go for him. And the Bulls going the other way now. Outside Baylor. Bogues against Bryant. Now the pass to Baylor. Here's Muresan. English pulls it in. And it's Bryant in the corner. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Bryant's got his first points in this one.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Bull can't hit. The Celtics with the lead. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Lillard finds Bryant. Rebound by the Bulls.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Chicago shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Frazier right side. Here's Irving. Top of the key jumper, no good.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They kept at it on both ends of the floor. And that'll do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Elgin Baylor, what a contribution.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
You know, you almost take it for granted. You look at his numbers from the first half, they're just expected at this point.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. They've got Kobe. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Kevin McHale. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's English in at the 3, the small forward.
And Bryant has always gotten credit for being a fierce defender, clogging and digging, jumping on those steals when they present themselves.
Here's English. Baylor defending. English misses.
Well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Low percentage chance. If it's not there, give up the rock. Trust your teammates.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And that one drops.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
It's Gervin on the wing. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Gervin's got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Bryant. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
To the left side wing. Here's Archibald, covered by Lillard, and it's sent back by O'Neal. Another shot. No good. Shot missing. And it's Boston the other way. He gets that one. O'Neal's got 6.
And O'Neal, just a brute on the block, simply overpowers the opposition.
Outside, Robinson pass to Archibald. Takes the 3. Rebound, Boston. Lillard left side, down low, McHale, and it's slammed in by McHale.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
In a close game like this, everything has to be challenged, and everything has to be earned.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Trying to squeeze out every extra possession, but they have to work fast.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
17 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Here is Frazier. And the wing jumper offline. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Celtics lead by 4. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Chicago right now, they've got the bulldozer. Bogues out there with Robinson. Then there's Bull. And it's Gervin in at the 3 slot.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Now here's Frazier. O'Neal trying to break free. A nice shot by Frazier. Frazier's got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. And Gervin kicks to Robinson. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. To tie it up. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. Murazan's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And so Brad Stevens decides to call timeout. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Shaq.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, I was able to listen in on what Brad Stevens was talking about with his players. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Evan?
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that ball.
Nails the tray.
He lives for moments like this because he wants to be the guy to hit the clutch shot.
Chicago calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. To the wing on the left. Here's Robinson. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and length.
McHale kicks to Shaq. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Bryant. And it comes off the front of the rim.
No one on him. He committed to fading away. Probably could have taken more time with that shot.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, what do you think?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Also, interesting choice to be made right here. You need either a 3 or a quick 2 and a foul.
Here's Archibald. He's guarded by McHale. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so they foul intentionally. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. 7 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Lets it go. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. It's going to be the Bulls off the tip. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So the Bulls 5 right now. Cole is out there with Robinson. Then it's Bailey. Then there's Gervin. And it's Archibald in at the 1 spot.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Passes to Robinson. Kicks it to Bull. He dishes it to Bailey. Pass to Archibald. Shoots over Lillard. And right on target. Good. Archibald's got it all tied up now for the Bulls.
Oh, nice setup by Baylor. Man, this guy can pass, shoot, rebound. Anything you need, he's there to provide it.
Here's English. Here's Shaq. pulls it down. Bulls got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Robinson's checked in for the Bulls. And so the timeout here by Jim Boylan. Great action here if you're just joining us, about 1 minute into OT. Robinson misses. So it's Boston now. To the paint. Here's McHale.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And he is unable to get the second one.
Unfortunate that he missed one, but he still hit a crucial point there to help get his team the lead.
Baylor passes to Gervin. Bryant comes with the double team. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time. Costly.
So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time for your stars to shine.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Robinson against Lillard. Outside, Robinson shoots over Lillard. Baylor.
Terrible shot selection, but you got to appreciate his confidence.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're down by 1. 9 seconds left to play in OT, and this battle continuing. What's your take, guys?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
Lillard outside and stolen by Bull, and so they choose to intentionally foul. And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. He's able to hit the second one, and that will put them up by 2. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. 3 seconds left in the first overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
And they actually could take a 3 here and go for the win if they want to. I think they'll try and send it to overtime. The defenders don't want to foul in this situation, so you should be able to get a good look inside.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
UK Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against...
The bustling city of Portland, Oregon. This is the backdrop for our broadcast setting tonight. Welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of the NBA here on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Portland Trail Blazers in this one. And a look at the status here of both teams, injured players, and who will not be in the lineup.
And with Yusuf Nurkic, they say misery loves company, and both teams now suffering with injuries. But in the end, it balances out.
Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. We've got Chamberlain. Malone is out there with Ewing. Then it's Miller, and it's Johnson in at the 1 spot. And for the Trailblazers, Walton is out there with Duncan. Then there's Havlicek. Then there's Robertson. And it's Leonard in at the 2. They get the rebound.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Robertson's shot is good. Our great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time, because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
Good D by Miller. And here's Los Angeles. To the middle, here's Ewing, and then Ewing with the jam.
Boy, once he's near the bucket, he's a threat to throw it down, because Ewing has such great size.
1:22 left here in the opening quarter. Robertson drives in. Here's Duncan. Doesn't go for him. Johnson with some nice D. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to speak with Terry Stotts. He said his guys have to minimize the second chance points tonight. I asked him what that meant, and he said it has to be a team effort. Everyone has to box out, from the guards to the bigs. Everybody's going to be on the glass tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Obviously, getting better positioned on the boards is an issue. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Rodman, he's checked in for Duncan. Hill comes in for Havlicek. John Stockton, he's checked in for Leonard. And West subs in for Robertson. Clock at 6. Stockton against Miller. And stolen by Miller. Passes it to Drexler. From down in the low post, it goes.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Stockton passes to West. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. To halt the run, and he sinks the layup.
Boy, I love watching Stockton share the ball. He does it with such a plum. He's unselfish and always looking for the open man.
Here's James. Outside Thomas. Three-pointer. That shot off. And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers ahead. They lead. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Lakers.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron James is out there with Drexler. Then there's Maravich. Then it's Russell. And it's Thomas in at the 1. And And so it's West with it. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 5. Here's McAdoo. That's tipped. Thomas with the ball. West picks him up. Thomas, no luck.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
It's back to Hill. Shoots over Maravich, and the basket by Hill. Hill's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Trailblazers. Russell passes to Maravich. 1:46 left here in the second. Gets a very good look and converts.
You know, he can beat you a lot of ways, actually any kind of way. A quick jumper, his agility on the move is excellent. Maravich always making things happen.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Almost entirely new group here for Portland. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Rodman. Havlicek comes in for Hill. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for West. And it's Robertson in for John Stockton. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Chamberlain's checked in for Russell. Ewing comes in for LeBron. Malone's checked in for Clyde Drexler. And it's Johnson in for Thomas.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Kevin, I tell you what, the peripheral vision, the court awareness of Johnson, this guy always knows when one of his teammates is open.
Robertson kicks to Havlicek. Here's the teardrop. That shot misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
The pass to Duncan. Ewing against Havlicek. And Ewing sends it back.
Great at knowing when to time and go up for the rejection. Ewing, a superb defender.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Chamberlain with the block.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. To add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Wilt Chamberlain.
Now Havlicek from deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers up by a dozen here at the end of
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. And that'll...
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Without question, lights out displaying his skills today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
They've got Robertson. Walton is out there with Duncan. Then there's Havlicek, and it's Leonard in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. He kicks it to Robertson. Pass to Duncan. Here is Havlicek. Mark, we're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on it?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Duncan kicks to Robertson. Pass to Leonard. Off target with his three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Miller, the pass to Ewing. Over Robertson. And there's Patrick Ewing on the assist by Miller. Miller's got 3 assists in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Havlicek. Second shot opportunity, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, you know, Duncan's too big and talented not to put a body on him, and he's always lurking around looking for offensive boards.
Hill, he's checked in for Havlicek. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Russell, he's checked in for Chamberlain. LeBron comes in for Patrick Ewing. Dominique Wilkins, he's checked in for Malone. And it's Drexler in for Miller. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, one of the more entertaining players we've seen in the game. Clyde Drexler, the glide. Athleticism all over the place.
John Stockton, he's checked in for Portland. The Lakers also with a sub. Isaiah Thomas checked in for Johnson. Robertson against Drexler. Basket, good. Robertson's got his second basket of the game.
And inefficient defense there, guys. If there's one thing you want to try and take away from Robertson, it's the dribble drive.
Puts it up from 17, and LeBron James gets it to go. And the Lakers lead by 13. Thomas against Stockton. Kicks it to Hill. Robertson outside. And it's sent back by Russell.
Great timing there. Outstanding instincts by Bill Russell. In the long reach, it's a wrap.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Back to Stockton. Shoots the three, and the last-second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Trailblazers trail by 15, and on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. They've got Wilkins, Drexler out there with Thomas, and it's LeBron James, and it's Russell in at the 5 spot.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
Malone's checked in for Dominique Wilkins. Stockton with it. Shot clock at 6. West outside. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. West has got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Trailblazers. And here is Thomas. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. It's the three-point bomb. And the Lakers lead by 15.
Boy, he's so crafty, Isaiah Thomas, and really unselfish. A pass-first point guard who knows exactly when one of his guys is open and how to get it to him.
Passes to Duncan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship, unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Ewing dishes to Miller. And it's off from three-point range. Leonard finds West. Over Johnson. And the basket by West.
Boy, that's a nice looking stroke, isn't it, Kevin? From the mid-range area, shoulders squared, elbow in perfect alignment, follow through. Jerry West, picture perfect.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for Los Angeles.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for lights out.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
32 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Leonard kicks to Havlicek from about 19 feet and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Yeah, couldn't quite hang on to it. They're not in a position now where they can afford to be giving it away like that.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Now, here is Maravich. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in.
You don't have to see, but you can watch it. And I'm never lost, I got the options. Tell them slow down, wake up, study. Got the fresh face with the fresh money. Not the true face, but the protect Gemini. Lot of blue face, diamond one cut, samurai. Got the new place, so many cars can fit in garage. I'm living my best life. Used to shop and have the research on the price. Used to fly coach when I had to catch a fly. Yeah, I'm just pulling down Melrose with it. Thank God I didn't have to get a job. And I'm in my own lane, I don't have to switch cars. Every day's a good day, cause I made myself a star. I'm so sorry, I got woke up inside a Rari. I know my old things wanna. My songs up on my. I'm so sorry, I got woke up inside a Rari. I know my old things wanna. To my songs up on my. I'm just pulling down Melrose with it. I'm just pulling down Melrose with it. I ain't coming for a friend, I ain't coming just to talk. Got a lot of things to do, got a business, I'm a star. So don't push me, don't treat me like no rookie. Back up, then I boogie. Day to day, I away. I think I made a way. Save the day. When you ask, can you take a pic? I'm so sorry. I got woke up inside a Rari. I know my old things wanna.
Ring, do you hear me calling? Me no way, no drive. Do you hear me calling? Do you hear me calling? Me no way, no drama. Not a lover. Do you hear me calling? Do you hear me calling? Me no way, no drama. I just want you, my darling. Break away and make a way to make it. Love the way you looking. Got to be joking. Where in the did you think you were going? Folding and packing your clothes like you ain't know I was gonna unfold it. Full of your emotion. Beautiful, heaven so woman. You don't know, let me in your heart. Don't you dare forget me. I'm your fan, yo. Posters on my walls inside my head. Yeah, yeah. I'm your fan, yo. Posters on my walls inside my head. Do you hear me calling? Do you hear me calling? Me no one, no drama. Not a lover. Do you hear me calling? Do you hear me calling? Me no one, no drama. I just want you, my darling. You drive me insane, no girl make me feel this weight. Girl, you got your ways, girl, you I might get away. Let me keep you safe in exchange, give me weight. You my main thing. In LA like you a beach ball. Me and you in a limbo trucking. Park after dark at the park by the mansion. Fool me, can't wait. My heart is racing. Waiting to. Girl, you give me the best feeling. Yes, girl, you the best. Take away stress, love me to death when I'm a mess. Ring, do you hear me calling? Me no way, no drama. Do you hear me calling? Do you hear me calling? Me no way, no drama. Not a lover. Do you hear me calling? Do you hear me calling? Me no way, no drama. I just want you, my darling. Ring, do you hear me calling? Me no way, no drama. Ring, do you hear me calling? Me no way, no drama.
Don't get no right at the picture. Pop little photo bombs. Cropping you right at the picture. Hard Bali can't get my number. I cover him as soon as he pitch it. Head to toe, East LeBron. I did not come to play with you. Don't get no right at the picture. Pop little photo bombs. I'm cropping you right at the picture. Hard Bali can't get my number. I cover as soon as he pitch it. Head to toe, East LeBron. I did not come to play with you. toe, it get expensive. Cartier lens for my vision. I see you fake pretending. You burnt, you ran out of minutes. You burnt. Come running. President of the baby. They salute the kid like lieutenant. Salute. Rock this that I can't even spell. Louis my shell, new money trail. My F offended, your F is like a soldier. Motor sound like it's a polar. Ice on the choker. She look older, she shake it. Like she came from the know ya. He a dog, I lay paw. I ain't fighting it all. No, I just tell that them all. I buy it all. I want it all. Get on you like a star. We the youngest involved. Lost my voice, need a haul. Don't get no right at the picture. Pop little bit for the bomb. Cropping you right at the picture. Hardbally can't get my number. I cover him as soon as he pitch it. Head to toe, East LeBron. I did not come to play with you. Don't get no right at the picture. Pop little bit for the bomb. I'm cropping you right at the picture. Hardbally can't get my number. I cover as soon as he pitch it. Head to toe, East LeBron. I did not come to play with you. Can't wait for a minute and pay, she go get it. I need it, my fingers is itching. Vacation I'm living, got so many Benjamins, they think I'm getting it printed. I came with them, you did. This still living in crib. You can't even come for the kid. Littleton walking, you just once a month. I'm in that ghost, you can say the whip 100. I walk in your and I do what I want. Just spend like 30. I got enough bread to feed you, little birdie. Bought up Diamond District. I'm up in New York, my Millie right sturdy. Speaking out facts. To the max. I used to jug in them X. Now I'm barefooted, relax. I'm eating spaghetti and catfish. Pull up in that sport at the back. Looking like had a rat. Club throwing that cat a right at the picture. Pop little bit for the bomb. Cropping you right at the picture. Hardbally can't get my number. I cover him as soon as he pitch it. Head to toe, East LeBron. I did not come to play with you. Don't get no right at the picture. Pop little bit for the bomb. I'm crapping you right at the picture. Hardbally can't get my number. I cover as soon as he pitch it. Head to toe, East LeBron. I did not come to play with you.
They can't take it to 10.
Run that back, turbo.
I committed all the dots. Put that foreign out that lot. Move the family to the docks. Put some diamonds in my watch. Ballin' like a big shot. Ballin' like a big shot. Ballin' like a big shot. Businessman, I pop my collar. Must be a scholar. Spent 2K on Balmain jogger. Yeah, I'm jogging to the bank. Captain of the ship and we won't sink. Give 100, told her. Work hard, now we finally seen a change. My brothers keep it deeper than a chain. Just like Fendi got a thing. Gonna drippin' like a sinker.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
A Spurs team walking to the locker room earlier, determined to... And they've got a few injuries on their bench. Less options, but you'd think not too big of an impact for them.
And for Frank Kaminsky, 2 injuries, one of their stars out, but it's all about how you respond to the adversity.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. We've got Harden. Antetokounmpo is out there with Weber. Then it's Jason Kidd, and it's Gilmore in at the 5 spot. And for San Antonio, they've got Pippen. Abdul-Jabbar is out there with Nowitzki. And it's Michael Jordan, and it's Iverson in at the 1 spot. Harden against Jordan. Harden the pass to Gilmore. Goes back up. Abdul-Jabbar with the block.
And beyond the obvious physical skills, Kareem just has a great understanding for the game. Times his move perfectly to get that shot.
The San Antonio Spurs able to put the first points up on the board. On the wing, Giannis unloads from 13. The shot, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Kidd against Iverson. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Pippen. Pippen is doubled. Back to Abdul-Jabbar. Just 5 on the clock. Yes, that goes in.
And what you like there, Jordan never looks like he's rushing. Makes quick, solid decisions.
The Suns have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
And Devin Booker, where would the Suns offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant.
And how unique is Weber, a smooth shooting big man with some sick handles.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. Weber hits them both. Here's Iverson. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Count that one.
And don't let the lean physique fool you. Kareem with the strength to finish through contact as well as anybody who's ever played.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Kidd. To the inside, Gilmore. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one. The Suns have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
A different look now for San Antonio. Moses Malone. He's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Parrish comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Brown in for Iverson. And then for Phoenix, Allen's checked in for Hart. And it's Payton in for Jason Kidd. Now here's Jordan. Dishes it to Brown. Got a piece of it.
Yeah, nice effort there in tracking down the long rebound.
Here's Payton. Here's Gilmore. He kicks it to Weber. And the rejection by Parrish. Outside Jordan. Malone left side. Jordan finds Brown. Six on the shot clock. A 3. That one no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Suns, they've got Payton. Chris Bosh is out there with Reed. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Allen in at the 2 guard. And the shot goes in. We talk so much about the stars in this league, Brent. Name some role players who, when they do get hot, they can be terrific.
Well, there's nobody better, and I think he's ripped out a page from Seattle's own Jamal Crawford. There's been nobody better in the last couple of years than what Lou Williams has represented for the Clippers. He's had scoring performances, Kevin, and you've been witness to them courtside, where it's just astounding that he can go and get where he wants to go and make the types of shots that he's been able to do. And this is a revelation because this is 7, 8, 9 years that he's been in the league, and he's doing this with such great impact and thankfully, rightfully, been rewarded for it.
The shot's good from Parrish.
And the Chief making his presence felt on that offensive backboard. Doesn't look like he's outworking you until you see the ball drop through the net.
There's the pass to Reed. Giannis kicks to Allen. Giannis against Pippen. Baseline J on the way. Rebound San Antonio. Up top Brown. Covered by Payton. Now Parrish. Spurs passing it around. Here's Pippen, and it's sent back by Bosh.
Get that weak stuff out of here. Awesome swat by Chris Bosh.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol is checked in for Malone. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for Robert Parrish. Jordan, he's checked in for Pippen. And Iverson's subbed in for Brown. And for the Suns, Barkley, he's checked in for Bosh. James Harden comes in for Antetokounmpo. Jason Kidd is subbed in for Gary Payton. Now, here is Abdul-Jabbar. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, that mid-range J usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
Passes it to Reed. Now here's Allen. Fires the three. Rebound by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend. Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Kidd. All alone. It's rebounded by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Barkley sends it back. Ray Allen is on the wing. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
And this is Allen's game. One of the quickest releases we've ever seen. Amazing shooting off that pass.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Spurs lead by 1. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point. And that'll do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. San Antonio leading. They've got Abdul-Jabbar. Nowitzki is out there with Pippen. Then it's Jordan. And it's Iverson in at the point guard. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Here's Kidd. And a great assist by Weber as that one goes in. Kidd's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Suns. Michael Jordan on the wing, guarded by Harden. And here is Iverson, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Jason Kidd picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Outside Jordan. 5 on the clock. Knocked away. Jordan with it. Over Nowitzki. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Harden's got the lead up to 3 now for Phoenix. Kidd against Iverson. And it's blocked by Kidd. Here is Harden. On the wing, Giannis. And the Suns tack on 2 more. Brett, when you look back on all the stars you played against during your career, who was the biggest intimidator?
Well, I think about intimidating players, and the first word that comes to mind is Anthony Mason. I know he wasn't a bona fide star player, but
right.
You know the role that he had for the teams that he played with, and Anthony Mason was a player you did not want to be playing against. During my era, most of the years that I had some successes and minutes on the floor, it was certainly Kevin Garnett. The way that KG approached every game, and you spent many seasons watching him very closely, from year 1 to year 18 or 19, KG came at you every game, every night with the same kind of zest and excitement to compete.
Well put.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better, mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Malone's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Saul comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Brown in for Scottie Pippen. Here's Brown. James Harden picking up that last basket. Outside Jordan. Back to Gasol. Iverson against Payton. High post shot. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Suns leading by 5. Down low. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. And it's Payton. That time on the assist by Giannis.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
And that's just great work there to get in the shooter's space and then go and corral that backboard.
Here's Harden. And good that time. And now it's a 9-point Suns lead.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Suns on top, leading by 9. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Setting the floor for the Suns. Payton is out there with Harden. Then it's Allen. Then it's Barkley. And it's Gilmore in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Harden. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Payton passes to Gilmore. Barkley trying to break loose, and he makes that one. And the Suns lead by 11.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Here's Iverson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
You got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
now for San Antonio. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Malone. And it's Nowitzki in for Parrish. And Phoenix also making a switch. Jason Kidd's checked in for Peyton. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Here's Iverson. It's blocked, and he gets it back. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. Suns leading by 9. Barkley outside. Inside. Here's Gilmore. Abdul-Jabbar covering. Pass to Kidd. From deep. The shot missing. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's Iverson. Good work defensively by Harden.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Count it, good. And the Suns lead by 11.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Scottie Pippen. Beal's checked in for Michael Jordan. And it's Nash in for Iverson. And that one falls for Nowitzki. And it's the Suns with the ball. They're leading by 8. And the pass to Reed. 26 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Rubio against Nash. And the basket by Rubio.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Nowitzki's shot is no good. Now here's Bosch. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.